Y'all smile pretty. Alright. And we'll turn this thing back around. If I keep hitting everything.
In the not too distant past, something miraculous happened. I was born. I want to welcome you all to a speech about my life, about things that I've done within the last 37 years. To start off with, I'm going to tell you about where I was born, where I moved to, and where I might move to in the future. So, when I was born in Michigan, cold state of Michigan. And I actually stayed there for a good portion of my life. I grew up partially in a little town called Montrose, and then I grew up and moved into a city of Flint. Once we hit 4th grade, I decided that it was time to go to a different school, went to a school over in Burton. Once I became 18, stayed there for a year, and then moved down south to Florida, to Graceville. I lived in Graceville for a couple years, and then after Graceville, I moved down south once my parents moved down to Port Charlotte. After I stayed at Port Charlotte for a time, and I decided that I had enough money, I decided it was time to move again. So this time, I moved back up north, but only to the north of Florida, to Cottondale. In Cottondale, that's where I met my wife. We got married, and that's when we had our first child. After that, we moved to Clarksville. We moved to Clarksville in order to help take care of her family, her parents, and things like that. Once I got established in Clarksville, we had decided that we would stay there for a while. And then we look at the future as well. And when we look at the future, we don't know exactly where we're going to end up, but we do know that we will someday move, because that's what we do. But we're leaving that up to God and in the future. But I just wanted to let y'all know a little bit about where I came from, because going through those different changes and times of my life shows that I'm actually able to adapt and learn as I change into the different areas. And once again, I just want to thank you for coming.